Alright, the Fed is not coming to save us. And most of Black American descendants of slavery are represented in the bottom leg of the K. When we look at where the threshold of middle class income begins, and we look at the threshold to be considered in the top 20% of income earners, and when we understand the racial wealth gap based on income, and then we understand the K-shaped economy, then we understand that as long as the upper leg of the K is okay, the Fed is not going to try to save everyday consumers by saving the economy, because as long as the consumers on the upper leg of the K are okay, the economy in their eyes is okay.
Growth is really solid across our economy. Some of that is that consumer spending is hanging in pretty well. The most recent data are good.
In the midst of all these different price shocks that have happened, especially over the last few years, and especially with this most recent one between tariffs and the conflict, and when we understand the economy from the perspective of what the Fed actually wants,
we're committed to bring inflation back down to 2% and sustainably over time. That's our goal.
Then we understand how these things are actually working in the Fed's benefit and are actually enabling the Fed to be in a winning position. So because the Iran conflict inflation is now understood by the Fed, the top leg consumers are still consuming at a decent rate. This puts the Fed in a position to where they do not see a need to act in urgency, even though for Black American descendants of slavery, we are where we are, and this shit is quite uncomfortable. So not only is the Fed completing its goal of meeting the neutral interest rate, making the economy less restrictive, more accommodating.
I think pretty close to the neutral rate, yeah.
The spending that would cause inflation in the economy is now going to be going into gas and energy.
It's a question whether spending, goes down to offset the inflationary effects.
Giving the Fed yet another way to deal with the inflation without them having to do it themselves. My name is Ghetto Freeman, your humble cave supremacy elucidator, helping Black America better understand cave supremacy through economics and a little bit of politics. If you enjoyed your time, please like, share, comment, subscribe for more. Stay young, stay pro-Black. Peace.